Welcome to NAC Airlines. You've reached the secret terminal operated by ghosts. May I see your boarding documents, please? This is your ID. And this is your boarding pass, it looks like. Although, it looks like you are not on our airlines tonight. Looks like you are on the other airlines. However, I can still help you. As I said, I am a ghost, and we make the best customer service agents because we are never in a hurry. So let me just pull up your reservation for you. Okay, it looks like you're flying from LaGuardia to New York City. Oh, sorry, I mean, LaGuardia is New York City. I meant from Los Angeles to LaGuardia in New York City on Flight 581 on other airline. Yes. Now I do show that has been cancelled due to maintenance. Now your flight has not been, does not have maintenance on it. It was the flight before that. So, a flight that was connecting to yours had maintenance issues, which caused a cancellation on yours. So, even though you're not on our airlines, I can look it up and see if I can get you rescheduled. If you give me just a moment, okay? Yes, it does look like there are no later flights today. Let me just double check one more time if you don't mind. And this happens quite a bit on other airlines. I've been here since 1935 and I've seen it all. In fact, I found something in the Lost and Found that's been here for so long. I wanted to show it to you. It's very interesting. It's been here since, well, as long as I've been here, and perhaps before. Now this is a piece of jewelry, and before this airport was here, this was actually a hotel, and I think this may have been found in the hotel that was here before. So I'm going to show you. Isn't that interesting? It's a very cool piece of jewelry. It came with a little note and someone calling it the heart of the ocean. I wonder who would call it the heart of the ocean. That seems like a really presumptuous thing to say about a piece of jewelry. But anyway, we'll just put it back. Maybe someday someone will come looking for it. So let me keep looking for you. Now, can you be a little bit flexible? Yes. I was wondering if perhaps you could fly into JFK instead of LaGuardia. Okay. Now check that. let me check a little bit later because I'm not seeing anything right at the moment. Yes, that's just what I was afraid of. Nothing. Okay. Would you perhaps be able to travel into DCA? Okay, yeah, we'll check that. Thank you for being so flexible. I'm checking all the connections as well. I know connections are not ideal, but sometimes we just have to do what we can. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. I'm not seeing anything in there either. I could check Washington Dulles if you are flexible there. Okay, good. Are you going for vacation or for business? You're going for vacation? Okay. Let me keep looking for you. Alright. Okay. I thought I might have found a flight for you. But that was full as well. So, unfortunately. Now, one other idea that I had. We could get you into Boston, and then you could take maybe a shuttle, or I could get you a rental car, and you could get to New York that way, or we could also check Newark, New Jersey. Would that work for you? Okay, let's check those options. And I'll just check direct flights, and I'll check connections too. We'll be really creative here to make sure we're looking at everything. Yes, I do remember when this place was a hotel. Yes, you know, it had its own drama. Actually, I still have one of the hotel keys. I'll show you. I keep it with me for luck. So before they built the airport here, actually they had a hotel. And, you know, before keys became all modern and key cards, we actually had keys like this. So isn't that fun? But enough about me. You'll find that when you've been around for over a century, you collect a lot of memories, and you like to talk about yourself share them with others. But how are you this evening? Not as well as you'd hoped, because you had wanted to go to your vacation, right? Yes. I do apologize. You know what? I'm not finding anything to either of those airports, but double check. Yeah. Nothing, however, I did have an idea. Now, since you are going on a vacation, you could take our flight, and we are going to Honolulu. Now, there only is one caveat, and that is, well, it's all ghosts on this flight. But, oh, they're all very, very nice. Ghosts have been around for a long time, so they've learned all the best of manners. So how would you feel about that? Oh, perfect. Let me reissue your ticket. Let me just take your old ticket and your ID, and I'll get that sorted. We could get you on a flight to Honolulu tonight. And you will find that you will have a very fun time with the other ghosts. Alright, so I'm just going to work here to get you a seat on that flight to Honolulu. And that will just take me a moment. Alright. Okay. Got you a seat. Now let's pick your seat selection. Would you like a window or an aisle seat? Oh, you know what? I can actually upgrade you to first class for free since you were inconvenienced. How does that sound? Alright. Window or aisle? Middle it is. Just kidding. We'll get you your preference. We do have some meal options on this flight, so let me just read you the menu. If it's a little strange, it's because, well, this is a ghost flight, but it's also very nice. Okay. Alright. Option 1, the Wiltshire supper. A chilled slice of aspic-wrapped beef tongue, delicately jellied and served alongside deviled eggs. Those recipes were banned in 3 states. Garnished with a single caper for mystery. Includes a roll that's both soft and stale, depending on how you look at it. Alright, option 2, the Atlantic mist, a poached white fish of undetermined origin, caught allegedly in international waters, served cold with creamed leeks and a side of buttered bread that tastes faintly of radio static. Comes with a complimentary wet lemon to ward off guilt. Option 3, the mid-air picnic. Fried chicken wrapped in wax paper from a discontinued newspaper. Includes pickled okra, a molasses cookie, and a dollop of something labeled chutney. Consistency unknown. Chef says not to ask about the bones. Option 4, the egg forward experience. A trio of deviled, scrambled, and softly boiled eggs, arranged in a spiral, accompanied by toasted fry, sweet butter, and a dash of ghost pepper. Not for spice, but for summoning clarity. Recommended only for passengers who don't mind knowing too much. Option 5, the Phantom Salad. A thoughtful assembly of pale iceberg, roast pear slices, walnuts, and blue cheese dressing so sharp it may reveal your true name. Served with a fork from another dimension and a polite warning. Have you chosen? I know they're all very, very delicious sounding. Let me input that. Now, should you like a second meal? That is up to your discretion. Is that the sound of a plane taking off? We do have quite a bit of aircraft taking off in this ghost terminal. So if you hear anything, it's likely an airplane. Let me just scan your old boarding pass for you so that we can get this reissued. This is my lovely little scanning device. And then I'll scan your ID as well. It's not wanting to take it. Just give me a moment. There we go. Alright, and now let me print your boarding pass. This equipment is ancient. Well, not as ancient as me, but you know what I mean. Coming right up. Let me get your boarding pass. Okay. Here is your boarding pass. Now, daydreamer, you will be on flight 824 to Honolulu. Boarding time is 10:30 p.m., so you do have some time before your flight. Let me scan your boarding pass for you. I'll give it to you to hang on to. There you are. Let me go ahead and gate check your bag so you don't have to carry it around. Do you want to just drop your bag off right over here, please? Okay, I will have somebody take that down for you. Okay, now, actually I can look up some tours and things for you to do in Honolulu while you're there, if you would like. You like that? Okay. Let me see what we can do. Okay. Recommended that you visit Diamond Head if you like to go hiking. Now, there is a shuttle that will take you there and then take you to Pearl Harbor Monument. I remember Pearl Harbor. Very interesting indeed. And there is also Waimea Bay, which is a very fun, beautiful beach. Would you like to book that? Okay. Let's get that in there. Now, let me see. I'll look up some other things for you to do. Okay, there, if you do like hiking, there's some hiking on kind of point with also a beach, it looks like. It says the hike's 4 hours to the point. Sometimes it can be wet if it's raining, but hopefully it won't for you. It looks like there's a beach too, and you can go body surfing and collect sea glass. And it looks like they have snow cones and food trucks there. Let's see what else. You like shopping? You can go to downtown Honolulu and Ward and Ala Moana and the International Marketplace, or there's a Chinatown as well. You could also go to Waikiki Beach if you like that. And snorkeling, would you like that? You could go to the North Shore. Looks like they have some snorkeling in Turtle Bay. Would you like some fun shopping? It looks like they have a surfer town called Alieva that you could visit. I'll book that down in your tour. We have some restaurants there, some nice shops, and some fish, if you like fish, or other restaurants too. And I hear that they have some really nice shave ice for you to try. That is, I believe, it's like a snow cone with ice cream at the bottom, from what I hear. We'll book that. We'll book that. And how would you feel about going to the Polynesian Cultural Center? Yes, I'll book a meal for you. Would you like the chicken or the fish? Would you like poi or without poi? Okay. Now let's get you a hotel. How does Marriott sound? Okay. It comes with a continental breakfast. Now you can eat. We've got a shuttle service, but actually I can get you a rental car that will take you straight there. We've got laundry services, room service, swimming pool, and other amenities like a gift shop. Very nice. Okay. All right. Let's get you a rental car. We have Avis or Hertz. Which would you prefer? You would prefer that? Okay, let's get that in for you. And would you like a full size, mid size, or compact? Would you like the insurance on that? Yes, okay. Let's put that in. Oh, you're going to have so much fun. And you're really going to enjoy traveling with the ghosts on the plane. They really are a lot of fun. Don't be alarmed. They may be a little weird, but we've had a lot of time perfecting their manners and everything, so we've got that in. Now there is one other thing I can do for you, and that is to give you an amenities kit. I only have one left, and it's been here for quite a while, so I apologize if it's a little bit out of date, but I wanted to give it to you anyway. So let me show you what's inside. It's very interesting. Of course, you will need a go, because whether you are in Honolulu or on the plane, you may want to freshen up or just give yourself a nice little head massage. Actually, this is how ghosts call to each other. So, if you need a flight attendant on the plane, instead of pressing the call button, just do this. And one will appear right in front of you. So, there's that. Now, of course, we have some tissues. These are very essential because you always want to freshen up when you're on the plane. Sometimes you may sweat, or sometimes you may cry if you miss somebody. Sometimes you may just sneeze. Sometimes you may just want one for your comfort. So we always offer these to all of our guests and airlines. Now this is ghost water. It is for ghosts, but you'll be receiving it anyway. And actually, what it does is spray it on you, and it gives you memories of the future. So you'll have that gift. Don't use it at all, because you may want to see your future, and that could be very useful for you. So, lucky you. Of course, you'll be getting some nice luxurious socks made out of clouds and hot butter. So they are not just ordinary socks. And when you put them on, your whole body warms up. Of course, you will need a toothbrush, but this will give you the ability this is no ordinary toothbrush. This will give you the ability to speak telepathically to anyone you would like to, but only for a few moments. These are throat lozenges for ghosts, and we like to treat them on on airplanes when we travel. Different flavors. They help with air pressure. And also when you take them, you can hear other people's thoughts. So use them wisely because you don't get a lot. But the flavors, or whatever flavor you would like, you just imagine what flavor, and that is the flavor that it is. Now, what do we have here? This is a shoehorn, or so it seems, but what it really is how ghosts brush away negative energy, because we have to do that some way, right? So we just flick it like that. If you like to use this on the flight, you may do so as well. So we will just give that to you with your little kid. And also we've got some cold cream. It's very popular in my day, so if you don't know what it is, just ask your grandmother. She will definitely know. Lemon flavor, well, lemon scented, I should say. Now, this is not just ordinary cold cream. This cold cream will heal any cut or abrasion like new. So, use it wisely. Okay, we've got some cologne for you. Cologne or parfum, whichever you would like, will be either for you. And all you have to do is tap it and speak whatever you would like it to smell like. And that is what it smells like. Lavender for me. Whatever you like for you. But the good thing about this is that it does not run out ever. So you're in luck. Now this is cleansing water. Very useful for ghosts actually. It makes us opaque. As you can see, I'm a bit see-through, so mine's wearing off. But for you, you're already opaque. It may turn you see-through. I don't know. You could try it and see. I don't know, it's unpredictable, but you may as well try. It's not going to harm you. Perhaps it would turn you more opaque, if that's possible. I don't know. We'll see. You'll see. So, what is this? It's a telegram from you to you. It appears you have not written it yet. wrote it. It says, "You're not dreaming. You didn't write this yet, but you will." Very, very useful. I admire that. 2 more things. Toothpaste, of course. This is what makes that toothbrush work. Because you had to have something to make it work, of course. So, little bit of toothpaste for that. And of course, some pilot's wings. There's a little ruby in the middle to thank you for being our guest of honor. It's not so often that we get humans, well, live ones. So I'm very glad that you could come and join us tonight. I hope that you enjoy your trip, and I was so glad to meet you. You may come back and fly NAC Airlines anytime you want. Your favorite customer. Have a wonderful evening, and you just might find that you run into me in another place and another time. But until then, au revoir, bon voyage, and I must